In today's news, we look at the significance of the story Jesus feeding the 5,000. The story is significant because we see now both Jesus' disciples and the people in the crowd. The miracle itself wasn't all that significant, beyond reminding us about Jesus' compassion for his followers. But the impact on the community at the time was. And that is why it is mentioned in all four Gospels, Mark, Luke, Matthew, and John. It is important to understand the context of the story, which took place in Capernaum, Israel. At the time, the world's faith was dominated by religions that had human-like gods with complete control over people's lives. These beliefs as to what a god was influenced by Roman, Greek, and Egyptian mythology. Despite not being actively involved in the area, the principle of what people thought what a god was had remained. This caused doubt among Jesus' followers, who had difficulty following him without seeing him perform a miracle. At the surface level, we know we should not limit our beliefs about the divine by attributing human qualities and desires to God. Jesus' mission was not to become an earthly king or leader, but to spread a message of love, compassion, and salvation to the world. However, there was another message that Jesus was sending us today. Doesn't it seem weird that Jesus would need to ask someone for bread and fish before he multiplied? Does it make sense, considering we know he's fully capable of creating manna from heaven to feed them, as we have seen him do with the Israelites as they crossed the wilderness? He did it with a specific purpose. That was to remind us that the small contributions that people made with just 5 pieces of barley bread and 2 small fish, the generosity amplified with Jesus' love fed the crowd. We today need to follow that message, and that we are stronger as a community, and the small contributions we make to others demonstrates Jesus' plan for us to care for the people around us. There have been multiple examples of the story feeding of the 5,000 being indirectly foretold through the Old Testament, through parallels and allusions to the event. For example, the story of Elisha feeding 100 men with 20 loaves of bread in 2 Kings 4:42-44 is similar to Jesus' miracle of multiplication to feed a large group of people with a small amount of food. Additionally, the prophecy of a coming Messiah in Isaiah 25:6-9 speaks of a future time when God will provide a feast for all nations, which can be interpreted as a foreshadowing as well to Jesus' provision of physical and spiritual nourishment in the feeding of the 5,000. These all show throughout both the Old and New Testament, God and Jesus have been reminding us of the importance of community, generosity, and caring for those around us, and we should listen to their message and heed it. Thank you.